So how's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Now the style of this video is going to be slightly different. I want to try something new. Now instead of just cutting right to the live trading, I'm actually going to replay the video while I talk through my trades. And as you're watching my trades, I'm going to kind of explain what I could have done better and maybe what I shouldn't have done. Because yeah, my trading this week has been a little sloppy and it really has not been as clean as last week. I'm taking more trades than usual. Last week I only took one trade per day. And today I took 3, yesterday I took 3, and I've had nothing but red days this week, but I've managed to keep the red days small, but still I think I definitely could be executing better. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get into the video and we can get into my first trade. Now, for the first 30 minutes or so, it was nothing but chop. It was just back and forth. There was no direction on the ES. So now I'm going to skip forward a little bit. And this is when the market started to sell off a little. Yes, right here, there's some aggressive selling coming in. And I noticed the pre-market low we were approaching, which also lined up with the key level on SPY that I was watching. So if I show you my SPY chart, which I'm actually on it right now. I was watching 406 for a bounce this morning, because if I zoom out to the 4-hour chart, you can see this is previous demand. Now, a few months ago, we had some very key touches, key pivot levels here, and even a few weeks ago, we had a lot of bounces off 406. So yeah, if we go into the 5-minute chart, you can see yesterday we pretty much closed right at 406, and then because of earnings, we bounced off of it, and then today we opened up right around 407. So my pre-market plan was to catch a bounce off 406 and scalp it up to the pre-market highs, and I just kind of mistimed it. Let's go ahead and watch the video. Yes, right here I'm noticing it's looking like a double bottom. On my other monitor, I notice SPY is at 406. Candle starts to look very bullish. So I go ahead and right here I click buy. I buy 2 micro contracts. So I kept it a very light position size because I didn't want to over leverage. I knew I was really kind of taking an early entry. So yeah, I kept it light. I placed my stop right around the 88s. I think I actually went ahead and adjusted it a little bit lower. Yeah, so you'll see here pretty quickly, I realized this is kind of turning into a sell-off. We're not really holding 406, and I get stopped out in the next minute or so. And yeah, so right there I got stopped out. Just 2 minutes later, I took a small $35 loss. And I was a little bit frustrated because I really thought the level was going to hold, but I tried not to get too emotional and I just waited for another setup. And yeah, right here I'm just kind of looking at other stocks. These are the main stocks I watch. I really have not been taking many options trades. I've just been focusing on futures. So yeah, a few minutes later, you'll notice that the selling continued. So it was good that I stopped out. But then this candle right here, it would have been a perfect re-entry. I just was not paying attention to that 405 level on SPY, because a lot of times the increments of 5, 405, 410, 415, those levels like to hold. So this would have been a perfect re-entry. Plus this 1-minute candle turned into a perfect bullish engulfing candle. It closed great, almost no wick at all. I hesitated and I did not go long, even though I should have given it another chance. I think I was just experiencing fear and I did not want to take 2 losses in a row. But yeah, from here ES shoots up, quite a bit. Here's the NASDAQ. I noticed it had a double bottom, and it starts to rip up quite a few points too. So I'm having a little bit of FOMO at this point, realizing I mistimed the trade and should have taken a re-entry. But here's where I noticed something that's kind of a new concept to me. I noticed this gap here, which is known as a fair value gap. So here I draw it out right here. It's kind of right around this 12,930 to 12,940 level. And this is something I really don't have too much experience with yet, but it's been something I've been trying to implement into my trading. But yeah, basically this is the gap here. It's between this wick and this wick here. So yeah, I'm noticing that we rejected the wick right here. These candles are starting to look a little weak, pretty low volume. And I think as soon as this candle breaks the low, I go short. Yeah, right there at the 33s, I get short with just one micro contract. And you're probably wondering how on earth are you going to pass a challenge trading 1 micro and I completely agree with you. Now, it is the NASDAQ, which is quite a bit more volatile than the ES, but still, I think I was just experiencing a little bit of fear because I did not want to take another loss. I had a little bit of FOMO, so I just decided to take one contract and I put my stop at the 43s. And my other piece of confirmation here was VWAP. VWAP on the NASDAQ is pretty accurate, so that gave me even more of a bearish bias. Now, as you can see, this did not end up working out. I think the key mistake here was shorting just right above demand, which is just not a good idea. If I go ahead and zoom out to like the 1 hour time frame, yeah, you can see this level 12,925.5 held perfectly like a couple weeks ago, and I shorted just above that just because I noticed that fair value gap, and that's really the main reason I should not have taken this trade. I just have to remember to respect my levels. There's no point in drawing out these supply and demand levels if I'm just not going to respect them. So yeah, anyway, now if we go back to the recording, you can kind of see how this trade played out. It chopped around for about 20 minutes or so, and I was in the profit a little bit. Here I'm up like 20, 30 bucks, chops around, and then eventually it gets stopped out. But I wanted to be disciplined, and I did not want to move my stop to break even because I thought maybe there's a chance come back up, double top, and then sell off. Now, if I skip ahead a little bit, here again, I'm still up like 20, 30 bucks, but I wanted to hold to my target at the 901 level. Here I'm thinking about bringing my stop to break even, and then I'm like, okay, maybe this is going to be a lower high. Now, these next few candles right here were pretty interesting. You can see this one came like pretty much a point away from my stop loss at the 43. So I think I picked a decent spot for my stop loss, because it came up, touched VWAP, and rejected just like I thought it was going to. And then this gave me quite a bit of confidence to the downside here, because I thought, oh, it's a double top, now we're going to come down, we're going to sell off more, it's going to hit my profit target, and it just did not happen. So in the next like minute here, yeah, this candle I'm pretty sure is the one that stops me out, and then it just continues to slow grind higher. So yeah, stopped out again, took my second loss, and now I'm currently down. At this point, I'm down about 53 bucks on the day, which, for this 25K challenge, it's not a big loss at all. I'm trading with such small size here that I'm managing to keep the losses really small. But anyway, yeah, after that, the market just goes on at like a 20, 30 minute run. It rallies up quite a few points, and I'm just having FOMO. I'm like, man, I should have gone long out of demand and I would have made a killing. So yeah, in this trade, I really just did not respect my levels. But yeah, now we can get into the winning trade of the day, even though it was a pretty small win. Now I'm going to fast forward a little bit more. Now, right here at 10:30, I almost went long here on the NASDAQ simply because to me this looked like a break and a retest of the previous swing high, which is a setup I typically like. But the reason I did not take it was because I knew that we had supply at 13,000. So, it kind of it did look like a decent setup. If I go ahead and just draw this box here, you can see it was a break, and then it came back down, retested this level at 12,970, which was also the previous swing high. And here, yeah, I almost went long, and I decided, what's the point of going long if we have supply right above? So in this case, I did respect my level, but in this trade, I did not. So let's go into the recording, and let's just fast forward to my last trade of the day. Yes, so it was around 10:40, and yeah, this looked like a nice kind of morning star pattern. And yeah, right here I clicked buy. I got long with 2 micro contracts, and I put my stop at the 97s. To me, this looked like a break and retest of 4100. Plus, this was kind of like or maybe it's an evening star. I don't know exactly, but it looked like a nice opportunity for a long. If I show you my levels on Thinkorswim, I had 4100 demand marked out. We broke above it, came back down, retested 4100. And then this candle closed pretty strong. So on the next one, I got long right here, right around the 02 level. And I had my stop around the 97s. Plus we had VWAP below, which gave me even more confidence to the upside. And, I just held this trade for a few minutes. I think I was getting mentally exhausted because I had already taken 2 other trades. I had FOMO, my trades they were not working out, and I was getting a little frustrated. So I did not have patience in this trade. If I go to the recording, you can see I took off one contract like pretty quickly. I think I just wanted to make back the losses that I had. I do admit this is kind of like an emotional trade. Probably not the greatest setup, but you know, at least I didn't lose. See, I take a contract off right there just after getting like 2 points in my favor, which is not great. I don't think the risk to reward on this trade was fantastic. I wanted to see if we could get a move up into the pre-market high. We do get a move up to high a day, and then I think right around here when it pulls in, yeah, I decided to take off that contract. So I made back like 20 bucks or so. So I'm only down 30 on the day. So yeah, after that, I just decided to call it. You know, I really do not like to take more than 3 trades at all. That's pretty much kind of my limits, is 3 a day. If I had been a little more patient and selective, it probably could have been a one and done day, but I guess I was just not really on top of my game this morning. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to try doing a video like this rather than just playing the live recording. Yeah, I think most of the time I'm gonna do the other style video, but you know, feel free to let me know in the comments which one you like better. But yeah, I just wanted to try this for today. So anyway, yeah, now to go over kind of where the account is at. We're at 25,108. So yeah, this week we have not been profitable. We've given back a little bit of the profits from last week. Like I said before, I've kept the losses small, which is very important to do in trading. And yeah, I think I'm definitely getting a lot better at trading reversals and supply and demand. And I'm just going to keep giving it my best, and we'll see if we can pass this challenge. So that is all I got for you guys today in this video. Feel free to leave any thoughts or advice in the comments down below. I would love to read it and reply to you. And I hope you are enjoying these futures trading videos. And thanks for the support on the channel recently. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.